This to about the 44-yard line.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, it's Cousins.
Goes right back to Smith again.
Oh, come on, man.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. No score after one on EA Sports. Cousins gives way to Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
1st and goal from the 6.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He'll get it up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Touchdown. So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw there taken in by Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down. Here's Cousins. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Cousins on 1st down.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll throw again. Cousins. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Watch the draw.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Cousins.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jefferson as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Cousins. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And we'll see what he can do on the return. It'll be a 40-yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Eagles. Special teams did their job, putting this offense back inside the 10. Now how can the defense respond? A first down throw for Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Now Cousins. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
What's the draw?
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense.
Y'all got to score everything.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained...
Oh, I missed the tackle again.
Every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit.
Why would
they
y'all
didn't get that done.
that?
This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking
that hit you in the
and
stomach,
making it work.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
There we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Vikings on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Stepped into that one.
Cousins now. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
He'll look to set up his blockers. Boy, shifts past him. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they... Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Cousins to throw it. And a completion to Wilson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8. Throwing, Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Watch pass.
Cousins again. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Oh, man.
Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Cousins to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
So here now, Sam Sloman in a big spot.
This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Watch run.
Play action now. Cousins.
There we go.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
It's caught. Smith. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach John Ford right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the 1st down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Oh, my goodness.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They go play action. Cousins. That's caught by Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
It's my fault.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. So this one comes down to the right foot of Sam Sloman. This to win it in overtime. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and we will play on here in overtime. Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.
See you. Eagles defense. 2 tackles. What? Maybe. Probably play one more game, lay it down because it is late. I forgot I got a fan that I should be using this. Depth chart. Hey, crazy. Come on, man. Play defense only. You know who we're gonna be. Man, forget it. I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's get ready. Let's get in this game. It's a divisional game too. Man, I'm stepping on all my cords and stuff. I gotta get this situated. We gotta get together, y'all.
Today, from FedEx.
They run with the Alabama rookie, and that's Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A big game here for Carson Wentz. He mostly got cheers. Some boos smattered in when he was announced before the game, but 35-32-1, which Wentz in his 5 years as the Philly starter. His best year, well, you remember that one, 2017, finished 3rd in MVP voting, but a knee injury ended his season late and opened the door for Nick Foles to carry the Eagles to a Super Bowl title. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A nice run back there off the good punt. And it's out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Oh, put your hands up.
Incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be Eagles.
Y'all got to score.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
It was the middle of the field. Let's not be too hasty.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football.
Damn it, that was supposed to be mine.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so... We are in the 1st quarter. We get you back to the action to see how this defense can do on this upcoming drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Robinson will try to pick it up, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On play action, Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safeties usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for them to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
And he's
Come on, man. You got to like a boom.
Commanders. Carson wins. Been a nice showing here in the first half for this defense. Will that trend continue? Time to find out. Wentz now on first down. Thomas has got it. Complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Gibson again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they
score.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Wentz now on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Wentz. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tress Way now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is fielded at the 27. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ooh, with a juke. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. 2 yards.
How was that play?
Good enough for a first.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Give up the middle to Gibson. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Beginning of the drive, 1st and 10 coming up for the offense. We'll see how this defense does here in the 3rd quarter. So after the INT, here's Wentz. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson.
Watch run.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Gibson. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
I don't know if you would have caught that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
got tripped up.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Good hit.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Washington on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
I got my first interception.
The Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soon.
Two tackles,
perhaps one more stop could do it for this defense. They'll head out here with a 2-score lead in tow in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
They got to throw it.
Now Wentz, got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone.
That was on his head.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
Come on, man.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Oh,
and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 46-yard. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Philadelphia, they pick up their 2nd win now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, where am I at? Two tackles, 2 assists, 1 interception. It's pretty lit. I got an interception. See if I can get a good touchdown. Thumbnail. That was fire. I get some more XP up higher. Oh, and he got 2 tackles. Dang it. Check out the news. I'm gonna get some upgrades, man. Cool. My tackle went up. So we're flying all over the place. A contract, like, yeah, we're gonna end the stream in a little bit. Starter. What in the world? How do you change these? So I think I'm gonna end it there, you guys. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Thank you for stopping by. You know what it is. You know what it ain't. If it ain't purple, don't stink. Holla at your boy. Deuces.